How would teenagers realistically misuse magic at Hogwarts? Love potions. Those things are literal date rape drugs if you're so inclined to use them that way. If the books were in any way realistic, Victor Crumb would have had his pumpkin juice roofied on an hourly basis, turning water into rum. The young ones would probably cast itching or tickling spells on each other, making students good at deflecting spells. As they get older, probably experiment on enlarging things or other beauty attempts like clearing acne. Every year there's a different boy who ends up in the infirmary after using Engorgio on his dick and fainting from the rush of blood. After reading these, I think there would be a big market on putting a parental lock on certain spells on wands bought for kids. You saw that when James Potter suspended Snape's in the air for no reason. Bullying would be 100 times worse. The room of requirements would probably be a sex room. Or a place to grow magically enchanted weed plants. Shitting in the fireplace and sending it to a mate. Well, the porno mags would basically have gifts. You know the joke where you hold up two fingers behind someone's head and say they have bunny ears? Students walking around Hogwarts with actual bunny ears. That invisibility cloak would be frequently hanging around the girls' shower room. Dongus elongus. I mean, the way Harry used the invisibility cloak or how he didn't use it was the least realistic thing about the whole thing. Furries. Oh no, a cat hair got in my polyjuice potion again. Unsnapping bras with the flick of a wand. The first spell everyone learns makes things levitate. All the girls wear skirts. Do the math. There's a love potion and a forget stuff spell. The wizarding world is fucking rapey. Personally, I'd find a way to get high with magic. Biggest icus, probably with sexual stuff. Embiggen parts of the body that shouldn't be embiggened. Polyjuice their way into their deepest, darkest fetishes, and broomsticks would likely require frequent washing. Create a black market for muggle pinups so they could touch themselves without commentary or fear of gossip. Of course, there'd also be a contingent of students who specifically sought out naughty wizard magazines because they got off on the interactions. They type who look forward to a wink and a nod from the fat lady as they left for classes. Considering the housing situation, I gotta imagine a good portion of the magic used would be to get some privacy. Maybe for the aforementioned activities, maybe to hide homesickness, or maybe just to retreat from constantly being around people. The room of requirement was probably a simple locked door between the student and the outside world as often as it was a sex dungeon. All that said, they'd definitely slip a boggart into the showers to haze the first years. Same ways kids always get into trouble: sex, drugs, and parties. Well, Harry's Fred and George. Wingardium Leviosa. Lots of loud, angsty music. During Harry's time at Hogwarts, you get the feeling there'd be a constant echo of the Cure drifting through the corridors. If you think Miss Pomfrey doesn't have to deal with at least one case of penis enlargement spell gone wrong a week, you have never been a teenager. Magic-based eating disorders would probably be a thing. To do horny things. Lots of horny things. And immediately following the horny things, fetus deletus. I imagine someone might use it to do unsavory things to others, then make them forget it ever happened. Using spells to steal things. Knock knock. Custodian. Hello, is anyone in there? What's that smell? Wizard. I'll be out on a minute. Evanesco bong disappears. I'd expect a lot of cheating on tests and using doppelgangers in class so they can sleep in. Given that Hogwarts teaches students how to make love potion, aka substance that makes you immediately fall in love with someone, and it fades as soon as the potion effects wear off, feels like a RP drug in my opinion. Consent goes out the window. And given that teens and their hormones are hard to predict, it's a scary scenario. Oh, and you can just buy it in stores. Fred and George sell it to teenage girls. They'd probably use polyjuice to be their friend's crush and let them hit. I cannot, for the life of me, imagine a world with teenagers in wizarding school and there not being a ministry of magical sex crimes. 1 in 5 girls at this school is pregnant with a demon baby. 1 in 5. Yeetus fetus. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Endless hot Cheetos. I'm confident that most people answering this question haven't read the books, just watched the movies. 1. It takes 6 months to become an animagus, which can go horribly wrong if you mess up. 2. Polyjuice potion is also extremely difficult to make, not to mention the ingredients are hard for a student to get a hold of. 3. A lot of things are protected from Accio, so you wouldn't be able to just summon whatever you want. 4. Cheating on tests is practically impossible. 5. If you were to use the Gemini spell to multiply your things like say gold, a goblin at Gringotts would spot the fakes in no time flat. Hogwarts would turn into Rule 34. The entire school would be empty and everyone would be transformed into peeping insects and hanging out in the washrooms. Well, considering Voldemort was conceived by a witch who gave a love potion to a muggle, I think that any witch or a wizard who does this is seriously misusing magic in a really bad way. They'd stay in bed and Accio everything to them. Be in 2 places at once with Hermione's clock thingy so they can sleep and do homework at the same time. Couples using polyjuice to have sex as each other.